Hi guys, Steve from Patriot Bars here. Today we're going to be training our thumbs, so stay tuned. Now some of the thumb training methods that we're going to be discussing today will be conventional and some will be very unconventional. But I'm going to discuss every training method that I have at my disposal. And we're going to move pretty fast, so let's roll right into exercise number 1. This is the bumper plate pinch. All you do is you pick up a heavy bumper plate, whatever you got, this is 45 pounds, and you just hold it for as long as you can, activating your thumb. Bumper plate pinch, pretty simple. Now taking 2 cast iron plates and sticking them together like this, a double plate pinch, well that really cranks up the challenge quite a bit. You'll notice I have my ringside rock bag underneath me because eventually it'll get too heavy, and oh look, now I have something soft to set them down on. Again, this is just 2 standard Olympic weight plates, and I put them together like so, the kilograms and pounds on the inside so that the outside is flat. You can see, obviously, pick it up easier that way. Alternatively, you can switch it around like this. Now you've got 1 plate in each hand and the thumbs really aren't involved, but it's still a good little kind of a farmer's walk exercise, except you've got your plates and now you're activating your other fingers, so that's a good addition to this exercise. Here, as you can see, I've got fat grips attached to my dumbbells.
How you doing?
Just pick them up and hold. I'm not going to try to walk around because, well, I have bare feet and I don't want to accidentally drop these things if my grip starts to fatigue out on me. But it's basically a farmer's hold with a fat grip. Activates the forearm a lot, but also the thumb, so I like this one. Next up, we have our good old-fashioned hand grippers. Now, hand grippers like this, just little kind of cheap things from a sporting goods store, they don't, they're not strong enough to give your hand that great of a workout, but they are awesome for working out your thumb. See, I can't even close it all the way with just my thumb. I'm getting close. You can take your thumbs like this, pinch it closed, hold for as long as you want, and then try to slowly release, and then work up to eventually being able to pinch this thing with your thumb. Alternatively, you can use barbell clips of various sorts. Pinch, hold. They're actually a little bit harder than I thought they'd be, but a barbell clip works just as good. One right thumb on top, then left thumb on top, and just try to rep out. Just try to keep using your thumbs to close these things. Honestly, the one with the little covers seems to work the best because your fingers don't slip, your thumbs don't start to slip through here. If you have really big thumbs, that's not an issue, but mine are kind of normal size, so they will slip through. So another interesting way to train the thumb right here, barbell clip. Or hand gripper reversed upside down. Another good exercise is good old-fashioned fingertip push-ups. These work the thumb really hard, not to mention the rest of your body, but the thumb usually gives out first. Now, if you can't do regular fingertip push-ups, you can do them on your knees. See if I have enough room here. You can do them on your knees like such. And once you fatigue out on your knees, or if for whatever reason you can't do the knee ones, then you can go down like this. I don't know what you call these, but you could just push up like this. And while you're down on the ground, you might as well do some wrist ups like so. Just move your wrist around in different ways. So now you're getting some wrist action in there. And you'll notice in this one, I'm not going up on my fingertips. I'm going up on my knuckles. I don't know what you call that one, but while you're on the ground, you might as well work everything in there. Because remember, the body always works together, fingers, thumb, forearm, wrist, it all works together to improve your grip and your overall performance in sports or life. Now our next thumb exercise is using a nifty little piece of equipment called Eagle Loops. Now this is made by Iron Mind. They make a lot of grip strength stuff. We're not affiliated, Patriot Bars is not affiliated with Iron Mind. However, I like their products. As you can see, these Eagle Loops can be used to exercise your thumb. You just loop them around a dumbbell or what have you. Honestly, I think the dumbbell works the best, and now you're doing, thumb lifts. Alternatively, if you want to work the rest of your hand, and obviously you would want that, I can't see why you wouldn't. Now you stick your other fingers in like this, and now you're working your other hand with good old Lady J here. Bonus points to anybody who knows where that reference is from. I'm sure somebody will get it. So, good old Eagle Loops. Our next thumb training method is basically the forearm hammer. Now, depending on where you buy these things, obviously I made this. This is just 1.5 inch diameter pipe with some athletic tape wrapped around it. But these forearm hammer leverage tools, as I've heard them referred to, well, even though they're primarily for forearms and wrists, obviously you can also work the thumb in there. There's all sorts of different ways you can do it. Point back like this. The further away you are from the end, the harder it is. You can get longer pulls. Some of them have weights that attach to them. I call this one the collective. There's all sorts of different ways you can move these things around, folks. You can experiment with this and just have fun with it. Just don't knock anybody in the head. And you may have to make your own, but like I say, this is just 1.5 inch diameter pipe, and this is a good way to train the entire hand, including the thumb, because obviously you've got 4 fingers here and 1 thumb that opposes the 4 fingers, which allows us in monkeys to grip things. So there you go. I think I'd be remiss if I didn't also talk about the kettlebell upside down press, which obviously works your thumb. It's not as effective an isolation exercise as some of the other things out there, but obviously still effective for grip training. It's just kind of a cool maneuver. I like athletic tape if slipperiness is an issue. And sometimes it is, depending on what kind of kettlebell you have, what brand. Now, not to sound too salesy, but perhaps the best way to isolate your thumb is by using a pinch block or something like this. These are the Patriot pinch blocks, standard issue, that I'm holding right here. You see they're small, so I can put one in each hand and have them at my side like this. I could even walk around with them if I want. See, what makes the pinch block so unique is that with the included loading pin, I can put whatever weight increment I want. In other words, it's more versatile than bumper plates or cast iron plates, because the loading pin allows me to choose my weight. Now this is the XL pinch block. As you can see, it's meant for pinching with 2 hands in front of you like this, and of course you can go max weight with a pinch in front like this. So I love these things. Yeah, I invented them and all, but that being said, they're still awesome. One thing I can't neglect to mention is that pinch blocks are best used with a chalk ball or some other type of chalk like this. This is, let's see, it's called a Bison chalk ball, and it's for climbing, gymnastics, and CrossFit. I've honestly had this ball for like 5 years. It seems to never wear out. I'm not affiliated, Patriot Bars is not affiliated with the Bison chalk ball company, but these things are awesome. I use this type of chalk all the time, so thought I'd throw that in there. Now guys, this next thumb training method may be the most controversial of all. I'm kind of reaching here. But what I'm proposing is this, tight fist. See, when you're doing your martial arts or boxing training, the glove kind of wants to pull your hand open, and you always have to fight to keep that fist tight. And the more you do it, round after round, the more your thumb is exercised. Just like during a normal day, if you want to get a little exercise, you squeeze your fist. You squeeze your fist. You squeeze your fist, including your thumb. So keeping your fists and your thumb tight while in your gloves, if you use them, that is an awesome and very underrated and under-talked about way to train your thumb. So while I'm working on the bag, I'm thinking thumb, 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 thumb. See? Constantly thinking about keeping a tight fist all the time. And frankly, if you don't, you could catch your thumb like such and kind of hurt it. So always tight. The reason they have these little attachments on boxing gloves is because people were breaking their thumbs in the olden days. So now they attach. So the odds of getting hurt while wearing a boxing glove are much less. But nonetheless, squeeze them tight. After 10 rounds or so, you can really feel this. So try it out if you box. Well, that about wraps it up, folks. Everything that I know about training the thumbs, with the exception of one thing that I obviously cannot cover in my living room here, farmer's walk. However, we did do a farmer's walk video not too long ago, and if you haven't seen that video yet, you can check out the link right about there. And obviously, guys, I'm not saying that you need to run out and buy all the stuff that I showed in the video. That'd be absurd. But you may have some of these items lying around and not have thought to use them to train your thumbs. However, if you are interested in improving your grip strength with a Patriot pinch block or maybe a wrist roller, may I humbly suggest that you head on over to patriotbars.com to check out what we offer. All Patriot Bars products are made proudly right here in Michigan, USA, and we now offer free shipping to anywhere in the continental United States. And you know, this is usually the part of the video where I'd end with a snappy little catchphrase or something, but you know what? I'm fresh out, so. Thumbs up. You know, I really love that show. You know, I gotta relax a little too, you know, now and again. So anyways, this is Steve from Patriot Bars signing off. Train hard, God bless America, or wherever it is that you happen to live, my friend. Now I would be remiss if I failed to mention perhaps the greatest thumb exercise of all, mag loads. Now you obviously should be shooting this ammo out and then loading new ammo in, but the bottom line is you do it enough times, your thumbs are going to get a heck of a workout. You operators out there, you know what I'm talking about. The rest of you, just forget it. But there is one point that I'd like to bring up, and that is this. Whatever you do, don't, just for the sake of exercising your thumb, unload it and reload it, unload it and reload it. Why? Because you can getch up the brass on your rounds to the point where it can cause a malfunction. I heard a horror story of this happening to an operator, cycling one round through the weapon, clearing the weapon, then sticking the same round back in the mag, and then he used it on an op, and then the bullet was all getched up and it caused the malfunction. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that is in fact a true story. So do not getch up your ammo. I'm just throwing this out there. So, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Be careful, stay safe, and train your thumbs.